Everybody was in a good mood that night. I would have never expected to wake up to this.
Sometimes it's okay to be the villain in the made-up story that these people got going on in their mind. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm okay. I'm okay that in your story, I'm the villain. Because you the clown in mine. A whole clown.
Jaselyn Horne died early Sunday morning after being shot several times at a cookout in northwest Charlotte. This happened at the location on Sunset Road. No word on what led up to that shooting or if police have a lead on any suspects.
You know those little arguments at work? The ones about who left the mess or who's supposed to clean up. They happen every day in restaurants, offices, stores across America. But at 5 a.m. on March 17th in Charlotte, North Carolina, one of those arguments ended with 5 gunshots. Jaselyn Horne was 26, a mom with a 5-year-old son waiting at home, a hairstylist with her own side business called Beauty by Jay. She took the late-night job at Cookout to make extra money for her family. She never made it home that morning. The restaurant was empty except for the cleanup crew. 5 employees finishing their overnight shift. They'd worked together so much they called each other family. Until one dirty pan changed everything. I'm going to show you exactly how a normal workplace disagreement turned deadly in seconds. You'll see the warning signs everyone missed. The red flags that could have saved Jaselyn's life. Because this story isn't just about a murder at a fast food place in Charlotte. It's about understanding how everyday conflicts can explode into violence when you least expect it. And here's what makes this case so disturbing. The man who pulled the trigger had no criminal record. Nothing in his past suggested he was capable of this. So what pushed him over the edge? Why did he have a gun at work in the first place? And why did he get only 4 years in prison for taking a life? The answers might save your life someday. Or someone you know. Welcome to Hidden Crime Network. If you're new here, we investigate cases that reveal the human behavioral and thought patterns behind the headlines. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our uploads. This case from Charlotte, North Carolina shows how quickly everyday workplace tension can turn deadly. A mother goes to work at a fast food restaurant and never comes home to her 5-year-old son. Where are you watching from today? Drop your location in the comments. We're curious to see how far this story reaches. If you find value in our detailed investigations, hitting that like button helps others discover this channel too. And sharing with friends who appreciate thoughtful crime analysis helps them stay safe. Now, let's go back to who Jaselyn Horne was before that fatal morning shift. Before a dirty pan at a cookout restaurant led to 5 gunshots that changed a destiny.
It's hard because I'm the dad. And the dad, you always feel that you're supposed to be on watch for your children and to be there to protect them. So this is a wound that is going to have to heal in time.
Sunset Road in northwest Charlotte isn't where you'd expect a murder. It's lined with strip malls, gas stations, and fast food spots. The Cookout restaurant there stays open 24 hours. Late night crowd, then the cleanup crew. Jaselyn Horne started working there about 5 months before her death. The overnight shift isn't easy. Most people are sleeping when you're working. But the pay was steady. She was an excellent provider, her father John Horne told reporters. That's my firstborn. Jaselyn, or Jay to her friends, built her whole life around her 5-year-old son, 7. Everything she did was for him. She wasn't just a fast food worker, though. Jaselyn had talent. She ran a side business called Beauty by Jay, specialized in braids, locks, and sew-ins. Her social media showed off her work. Pages of happy clients with beautiful styles. But raising a kid on your own? That's expensive. So she took the Cookout job for extra income. Her co-workers liked her right away. Qua Hayes, who only worked with her for a month, remembered how she'd sing during shifts to make time pass faster. She's a very cool person, Hayes said. Loving, offering everybody rides home. In my eyes, she couldn't do nothing wrong. The night shifts were tough. You're tired, cranky sometimes. But Jaselyn made it work. Had to. For 7. March 16th started like any other Saturday night shift. Busy with the late crowd. Then quieter as the kitchen closed around 4:30 a.m. Just the cleanup crew left. 5 employees who'd worked together so much they felt like family. None of them knew that in less than an hour, that family would be shattered forever. And it all started with something so small. So normal. The overnight shift at Cookout on March 16th into the 17th had been long. Customers coming through till 4:30 a.m. Then the kitchen closed. Time to clean up and go home. 5 employees remained. Jaselyn Horne, Malik Crosby, and 3 others who would soon be hiding in a bathroom, calling 911. According to court documents, Jaselyn and Malik had been arguing all day. Not just that night. All day long. What about cleaning responsibilities? Who would clean what? Who wasn't pulling their weight? You've probably had arguments like this at work. The coworker who never refills the coffee pot. The one who leaves their dishes in the sink. The person who thinks certain tasks are beneath them. Usually, these arguments blow over. Someone gives in. Someone walks away. Someone says whatever, and just does the task. But not this time. By 5 a.m., the tension had been building for hours. The other employees noticed, but didn't step in. They figured it was just end-of-shift stress. People get cranky when they're tired, right? The restaurant was empty. Just these 5 co-workers. The argument kept escalating. Then came the moment that changed everything. Court documents later revealed the sequence. Malik cursed at Jaselyn. The verbal attack pushed her over the edge. If you believe workplace conflict resolution should be taught in schools and workplaces, leave a comment with the word prevent. These skills might literally save lives. Jaselyn grabbed a pan. She threw it at Malik. It hit him in the face. His response was immediate. Malik pulled out a concealed handgun, one he wasn't supposed to have at work, and fired 5 times at Jaselyn. The sound of gunshots echoed through the empty restaurant. Jaselyn collapsed to the floor with multiple gunshot wounds. The other employees scattered in panic. One grabbed the manager who had frozen in shock. I kind of grabbed my manager, brought him to safety, Hayes said later. Next thing I know was me, my manager, and my co-worker pinned in the bathroom in silence. From behind that locked door, someone made a frantic call to 911.
Charlotte 911, do you need police, fire, or medic?
Medic, police.
Medic and police, hold on for medic. Medic and County Fire, what's the address of your emergency?
It's the Cookout on Sunset Road.
What's that address?
I'm not sure the address. Somebody just got shot inside the building.
Police, are you on the line? I'm on the line, yes. I'm trying to get it as well. I see Sunset. Pulling up Sunset in Hamilton. Okay.
Cookout.
Okay. Okay. And I'll stay on the line, medic, whenever you're done. All right. And you said someone was...
Somebody got killed somebody inside the building. I don't know if they're killing her or not. I'm in the bathroom. You think about it.
Okay. Please, you can go ahead with your question. Okay. Where?
I don't know. They outside. I'm in the bathroom.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
What is the subject name?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, man. They just shot right in front of my face. Whoop, I ran to the bathroom. I'm not sure.
Okay, what is she wearing? What's she? Hello, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
The police is asking you some questions. We need.
I'm not hearing the question. Somebody just got killed at the cookout.
I understand, but we're trying to get assistance, right? So, who is the subject? Who was the person that shot that
It's a
individual?
female.
The female.
The female that got
shooting?
shot.
And okay,
No,
and
female
who,
got shot.
right? But we're the police department, and we need to know who shot the female. What is her name?
Male,
What's the
the
name?
male.
A black male, white
The male, white female, black female.
Are you saying black, light skinned male?
Yes, black female.
What is he wearing?
Black jeans and a black jacket. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
And the female, is she black, white, and Asian?
What?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
And where was she shot?
I'm not sure. You speak for them?
Who's in there with you?
My manager. Me and my coworker, my manager.
So there's two people inside of the bathroom with you right now?
The what?
I said there's two people inside the bathroom with you right now.
Yeah.
Oh. Lovely.
Did you sleep for somebody?
We're over. I've already dispatched, or excuse me, I've already added a call for service, and they're going to have someone at the location as soon as possible. We still have information that she said the female. Do you know where she was shot?
I'm sure where she was shot. I'm not even sure she alive.
How many times was she shot?
You got like 3 times. I'm not sure if she okay.
Do you know if there were any drugs or alcohol involved? Anyone?
No.
I'm still in. And then do you know if it's still within the establishment, or do you know if he left?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you know about approximately how old the subject is?
No.
Do you know what type of vehicle he has? The subject?
Sure, what?
Do you know the type of vehicle for the subject?
He doesn't have a car. Yeah.
Can you hear them still inside of the restaurant, sir?
You know, I'm not sure.
That's all the questions I have, Medic.
Could you let me know if somebody's outside?
I don't have any more questions, but did he just damage? You guys are locked in the bathroom.
Are you the police?
No, sir, they're not there yet, but they have been dispatched.
Yeah, no, sir, they're not here. Somebody's on the door. Somebody's knocking on the door.
Yeah, I'm only showing that they've been dispatched. Give me one moment. Okay, I do see that they did arrive, okay?
They arrived?
Yes, I do see that they arrived.
You think that was do you think, or did they arrive?
I am showing that they arrived.
All right, they arrived.
They just arrived.
That 911 call came in at 5:03 a.m. Panic in the caller's voice. Hard to understand what they're saying. The dispatcher keeps asking questions, but the caller is locked in a bathroom, terrified. You can hear it in their voice. They don't know if the shooter is still in the restaurant. Don't know if he's coming for them next. And the response? So slow. The back and forth between the caller and dispatcher goes on for minutes. Precious time ticking by while Jaselyn lay bleeding on the floor. When Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police finally arrived, they found Jaselyn unresponsive. Medic pronounced her dead at the scene. She never had a chance. But Malik Crosby? Gone. Vanished into the pre-dawn darkness of Charlotte. The restaurant became a crime scene. Yellow police tape. Evidence markers. Detectives interviewing the traumatized employees who'd been hiding in the bathroom. One detail jumped out immediately. The surveillance footage showed everything. The argument, the pan, the gun, the shooting, but there was something else. Something simple that helped police identify their suspect fast. Time cards. Every employee scheduled for that shift had clocked in. All were present when police arrived, except Malik Crosby. The Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department's homicide unit launched their investigation. They had a name, a face. Now they needed to find him. By Monday morning, less than 24 hours after the shooting, the CMPD's Violent Criminal Apprehension Team located Malik and took him into custody. They brought him to the Law Enforcement Center for questioning, then transferred him to the Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office. The charge, murder. But here's the thing about Malik Crosby that puzzled investigators. He wasn't some hardened criminal. He wasn't on their radar. So who is this guy who brought a gun to work and used it over a dirty pan? Malik Crosby was 20 years old. No criminal record. None. Not even a traffic ticket. By all accounts, he was just a regular guy working the overnight shift at Cookout to pay his bills. Showed up for work. Did his job. Went home. Both of them was really great people. Co-worker Kershira McNair told reporters.
Makes any sense.
Both of them was very great people, so this is really foreseeing. Everybody, get to that point where they can't take it anymore.
Everybody was in a good mood that night. I would have never expected to wake up to this.
So what happened? How does someone with no history of violence suddenly fire 5 shots at a co-worker? Psychologists point to something called acute stress response. When someone feels threatened, physically or emotionally, their brain can trigger an extreme reaction. Fight or flight on steroids. But there's another factor here. One that turned an argument deadly. The gun. Cookout had a strict no-weapons policy. No employee should have been carrying a firearm. Period. Yet Malik brought one anyway. Concealed. Ready. Why? Was he afraid of the late-night walk home? Did he feel unsafe in that part of Charlotte? Or was there something else going on? What would you do if you saw co-workers arguing? Would you step in or stay out of it? Your answer in the comments could literally save someone's life someday. The presence of that gun transformed what might have been a workplace incident report into a homicide. Without the weapon, the conflict likely would have ended with the thrown pan. Maybe minor injuries. Maybe disciplinary action. But not death. Not a 5-year-old boy losing his mother. Not a 20-year-old facing prison. The gun changed everything. But what happened next would shock everyone even more. As Malik sat in a jail cell, Jaselyn's family got the call no parent ever wants to receive. John Horne, Jaselyn's father, had to process the unthinkable. His firstborn daughter, gone, over a workplace argument about cleaning. Outside the Cookout restaurant, a small memorial began to form. Flowers, candles, photos of Jaselyn, friends, family. Even strangers came to pay respects. Within days, over 50 family members and friends gathered in the parking lot for a candlelight vigil and balloon release. During the vigil, a family spokesperson addressed the crowd. This happened to so many, but let's use this one right here as a beacon for this city to understand that God is in control. Enough is enough. This violence and this gun violence, this killing, it is really no sense. Meanwhile, the legal process moved forward with unusual speed. Most murder cases drag on for years. Preliminary hearings, motions, delays, trial dates set and reset. But not this one. Malik Crosby faced a first-degree murder charge, a capital offense in North Carolina that carries potential penalties of life without parole or death. His first court appearance on April 8, 2024, was brief. The judge denied bond. Malik remained in the Mecklenburg County Jail as his case progressed. And then something happened that nobody saw coming. Something that would divide the community and raise serious questions about justice.
Now, Crosby was initially charged with first-degree murder. This afternoon, he pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter and was sentenced to between 51 and 74 months in prison. He was given credit for 221 days that he spent in jail. Reporting live from the Mecklenburg County Courthouse, Clinton Counts Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
First-degree murder in North Carolina means premeditated killing. Planning it out. Thinking about it before doing it. The punishment? Life in prison. Maybe even death. That's what Malik Crosby was facing when he entered the courtroom on October 24, 2024, just 7 months after the shooting. But he wouldn't be facing that charge for long. Over those months, prosecutors and defense attorneys had been negotiating behind closed doors. The key question: was this premeditated murder or a heat-of-the-moment reaction? The sequence of events, the argument, Jaselyn throwing the pan and hitting Malik in the face, his immediate reaction, provided the foundation for a deal. Malik pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter. The sentence? 51 to 74 months in prison. That's about 4 to 6 years. He got credit for the 221 days he'd already spent in jail awaiting trial. 4 years for taking a mother's life. Some people in Charlotte were outraged. How could someone who brought a gun to work, against company policy, and shot a co-worker 5 times get such a light sentence? Others pointed to the thrown pan. The physical provocation. The heat of passion defense. The like button isn't just a number. It's how these overlooked stories get the attention they deserve. If this case taught you something, that single click helps others learn too. But the most shocking moment was yet to come. During the sentencing hearing, Jaselyn's father, John Horne, delivered a statement that stunned the courtroom. Rather than expressing anger or demanding maximum punishment, he offered something else entirely. The family forgives him, John stated simply. He continued with a powerful message. We got to stop killing each other. We need to stop it. This act of compassion shifted everything. From vengeance to healing. From punishment to forgiveness. But why would a father forgive his daughter's killer? Workplace conflicts happen daily across America. The other day, a staff member stabbed her manager at a McDonald's in Michigan after an argument. Most workplace arguments end with compromise. Maybe someone quits. Maybe HR gets involved. But not this one. So what made this situation different? What turned an everyday argument into a homicide? Psychologists point to several factors that created a perfect storm that night. First, fatigue. Late-night shifts mess with your head. Sleep deprivation impairs judgment. Makes emotions harder to control. Second, the escalation pattern. This wasn't just a sudden explosion. It followed a predictable path. Verbal disagreement. Arguing about cleaning duties. Verbal aggression. Malik cursing at Jaselyn. Physical aggression. Jaselyn throwing the pan. Lethal violence. Malik firing the gun. Each step was an opportunity to stop. To walk away. To de-escalate. But nobody did. Third, and most important, the gun. Without it, this is just another workplace incident. Maybe a write-up. Maybe someone gets fired. Instead, a child lost his mother. A father lost his daughter. A community lost trust. The Cookout on Sunset Road still stands. New employees have replaced those who couldn't return after what happened. Customers order their meals, probably unaware of what happened there in the early morning hours of a March Sunday. Yet the lesson remains urgent for workplaces everywhere. Minor conflicts can turn tragic in moments. The line between an ordinary disagreement and deadly violence is thinner than we imagine, especially when weapons are present. John Horne's words at the sentencing hearing offer perhaps the most powerful conclusion to this tragedy. We got to stop killing each other. We need to stop it. His choice to forgive rather than fuel more hatred stands as a challenge to all of us. In a culture often quick to seek vengeance, he chose healing. Could you have done what Jaselyn's father did and said, "I forgive him," or would you have demanded a different kind of justice? If you made it this far, you're not just watching, you're seeking understanding. Share this with someone who needs this perspective. This community grows when you bring others who care. Until next time, remember that the smallest conflicts can have the biggest consequences. The words we choose, the actions we take, they matter more than we know. Stay safe, stay aware, and thank you for joining us today. See you on another story from the Hidden Crime Network. Bye for now.